Kale Cuthbertson, you're the man of the hour. Well,
yeah.
Second place today.
Second place. Had a really bad start. Jared was somehow behind me still. So Jared was making some quick moves. I was just following him. So got up second on the first lap. Just trying to catch a toe with Jared and just kind of tried to push the whole time. That was gnarly. I came off the bike and did not feel super hot, but it was a good time, good course. My style, fast, open trees. So I had a lot of fun out there.
I mean, it's a long race for you as a mainly moto guy. I mean, I know you race off-road and very successfully. You know, do you look at kind of getting more into that cross-country GNCC, NGPC stuff a little more?
Yeah, so 2 years ago, we actually went down South Carolina for a winter. Did big buck GNCC in a US sprint enduro, and those were pretty fun. So I like long distance, whether it's cycling, anything. I like the long distance activities. So the 2.5 hours is good for me because it's like once we get over an hour and a half, I'm like, this is where I can start clicking off some good laps. So I like it. I would love to do some GNCCs, just a matter of getting down there.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to try and get out there a couple times this winter.
Or even Norks, you know?
Yeah.
A little more.
Yeah, those ones are gnarly though. Those dudes are gnarly and they're dry and sandy. So, but they look pretty sweet. Even watching Owen, I'd definitely like to try one. I think it'd be pretty fun.
For sure. Your thoughts on the season?
It was a pretty good season. Sprint went really well for me. I felt like I was kind of where I needed to be, kind of behind. Like the next step up, like for me, was those guys that are on the World Trophy team for ISD. So I'm hoping I can get there next year, but had a really good sprint season. The first cross country, not great. Had a pretty rough race, but still got through it. My dad obviously closed up the points gap, so this one I was coming in with some vengeance. Wanted to get him, so couldn't let him beat me. Had a ton of fun though, so it was a ton of fun racing with him and battling.
Well, talking with you earlier, you said you came into the final round with a 1-point lead over the old man.
Well, he had a 1-point lead over me, so I had to beat him if I wanted to get the championship. So it was super fun. We were so close the whole time too. It's like I could see him or he could see me. So we were moving and we were pushing. I was surprised, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, he'll fade off a little bit, but he was catching me on the last lap. So
yeah, he was coming. You guys swapped off positions once or twice, I think.
Yeah, a couple times. Like I'd come in, I'd get gas, he'd pass me. He'd gas, I'd pass him, and then just a couple times in the trees we swapped back and forth. So it was pretty fun. It was lots of fun. So it's always good riding with him.
Did anyone lay any elbows on anybody? You know, I heard you may have T-boned the old man.
I did. It was getting near the end of the race. I didn't have any water. My camelback broke on the first lap, and my brain was maybe a little slow. And I saw him turn, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So I'm sliding, I'm yelling at him, I see him look over at me, and then it was just a little boop, and I got around him. So, I mean, I guess it worked in my favor. Wasn't on purpose, but we did rub a couple times, that's for sure. So
it's racing.
Yeah, so it was good fun with him.
Right on. So you talked about ISDE next year. Goals for next year?
Goals for next year, I think we're definitely looking at going to Italy for ISD. Want to do a trophy team with me, my dad, and my brother. That's pretty big on my dad's bucket list, so I think do that. I really want to put in a big effort this year. I kind of slowed off with a lot of other stuff going on in my life, but I think try and do a couple nationals. Obviously the West Coast, maybe get out east, do some FMSQs if I could, and then obviously I want to try and go to ISD next fall. So that's the main goal.
Right on. Well, hey, great season. Congratulations on a big ride today.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.
You as well.